All right, we should be live here. Well, not live. Wow, it's been a while here for a Friday update. We're the 11th of September, and yeah, it's been be over a month since I've done one of these, which is crazy. So, a lot's been going on, and yeah, just want to share that with whoever's watching today. Again, this is kind of that series we're doing, where we just want to share the journey. I just want to share the journey as we go, just chucking it on YouTube, and it'd be really cool to look back on in the years to come to see where the weeks and kind of months how they progressed and whatnot. But yeah, the last month or so, I went to Vegas. I had a friend take some kids over, about 25 teenage boys over for a couple of tournaments over there. So it was an interesting time. It kind of lined up as soon as we got back. I think it was 5 days later we officially launched Orchard Financial Marketing. We had our NZ Advisor piece, and that week it has been pretty full on. That week, I think I got back on the Tuesday, back really in the office on the Wednesday. Got pulled into like had a company reach out, wanted to get started working together. We had soft conversations prior, but yeah, they came on as a client. We had two more kind of conversations and a little bit of project work with a couple clients that kicked off pretty much straight away as well. And then what else do we have? Yeah, obviously the Indeed Advisor piece that went out. We got a couple client or a couple really good conversations from there as well. Hopefully, one didn't go ahead, but I think they're in a good position to be able to um, come back to us probably later next year. We'll follow up in a month or so, see how they're going. Hopefully, it's all as well with them. But yeah, really excited to kind of kick off with them in the new year potentially. Then got another client out of I believe off the back of the that NZ Advisor piece. So yeah, it was a really good investment from our end as we're thinking um, from a return perspective. So yeah, we'll look to get one of those in maybe in April or May next year, and then yeah, maybe in the insurance side or other publications as well. I think it was a really good way to kind of reach your audience. Um, so yeah, I mean, it has been a crazy month and a half or so. Yeah, Vegas was very full on, managing that many kids and tournaments and food and managing the house and keeping it all kind of running and whatnot, as well as keeping an eye on client campaigns, working on the business in the evenings and whatnot. So yeah, it was an intense 2 weeks. Happy to be back. Happy to have gone. It was great to get out of New Zealand uh, for the Vegas kind of 45-degree heat. Although when I was there, wasn't as pleasant as you'd think. It definitely wasn't pleasant at all, to be fair. But yeah, back in New Zealand winter, which is pretty glum, but we're coming out of it. 11th of September. It's getting warmer. Still got the vest on, but getting warmer, a little bit windier, less rain-ish. Um, but yeah, officially launched, which is exciting. Orchard Financial Marketing. We're live. We're obviously got the branding here on the Zoom background. We're just recording this on Zoom. It's probably the easiest way right now. Um, yeah, that's going well. Had really great feedback. We're really just focusing in on financial advisors right now. KiwiSaver Super, wealth planning, retirement planning, mortgages, insurance. Like, what that's our space. We really found a good niche where we can help people at scale, and I think at a reasonable price that it's not breaking the bank for anyone, and they get the expertise. It's not just some digital agency who's maybe had one or two, dabbled with one or two advisors, or we have worked in lead generation or something, but they also do e-com and events and all this other stuff. We are just focusing in on financial advice kind of companies. So being in that space, it's really cool, really nice to stay in touch with like the wider industry, wider finance, real estate, economic environment, and yeah, to be able to just be a part of a kind of that wider community as well. So it's going really good. Having good conversations with people, just trying to reach out to a lot of advisors around the country. We are focusing on New Zealand at the moment, although I have a really good experience in Australia. We're just taking that's probably maybe later this year, and then into next year is when we start really going after Australia as well. But yeah, we things are going really well, so that's positive. What are some challenges that we got? Timing is definitely time available. Might have mentioned this before, but just time available to get the work done, get all the things done, right? Like the to-do list. Of course, your to-do list is never going to be clear. Maybe you clear it on a day, but over time, like your weekly to-do list is stacks up, things roll over, things pop up during the week that you want to do that you can't, you got to put off. So there's definitely a few things that are kind of lagging behind, which I want to catch up on. I think the kids are staying with the grandparents this weekend, so might get a few more hours in Saturday afternoon and night, which would be good. Probably come back to the office here. It's just down the road from where we live, so probably do a few late shifts there definitely tonight as well. But yeah, just timing. We're definitely thinking about getting some like VA help with kind of our internal stuff. Like it'd be great to be able to have like the back end admin stuff that we don't necessarily need to be doing. Even video editing. So I'll edit this video. It won't be like massive edit. It'll just be like cutting out pauses and whatnot, which is on one of these, like it's just generally me chatting. But that whole process is time consuming, right? And I need to be it's just one of those things like you allocate your hourly rate and then make sure you're doing stuff that matches your hourly rate. And if it costs you more, sorry, if a task costs you less than your hourly rate, then you should look in time, cash flow wise, you got to take into account cash flow, and time move that on to someone else, whether it's a junior, an intern, a middle manager, whatever that is. So yeah, we're really getting to that stage now. Obviously, got to manage cash flow as we grow. We're getting more subscriptions pop up here and there, and it might be an extra $10 here and $30 there for a subscription. We got a really good piece of software that's 200 a month. So that's it's not nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's quite low, but it's not nothing. And to manage that on top of the rest of the kind of subscription costs we're looking at like four figures of subscriptions. We want to pretty much increase that by about 50%, 60% with just one upgrade in the future, which is tied to the product, our advisor launchpad product, which is something that's kind of gone on the back burner a little bit. And that's that idea or that product line or service line that we have where we want to be able to help people starting out their own practice or even people, in a or in a firm that need to create and generate their own leads. And so they need to go out and have, a little microsite, little couple page website, have some social media presence, have a bit of ability to market to people, have that ability to market to people on their list or in their network and whatnot in a professional manner, but not but don't have the budget for like $1,000, $1,500 a month for an agency to do it or to pay someone to do it. So we're looking, we know the roadmap. It's just about timing and putting that system and strategy in place to be able to create that product. Which is probably later this year. Maybe we get a weekend or a week where we just knuckle down, sit down, put our heads together and just flesh the whole thing out. But yeah, we're really excited about that. That's going to be fantastic. And but that software comes with costs internally. Like we have to increase that cost before building it. We have to build it in the software program. So just things like that. And obviously we got current clients that we are managing as well and servicing as well. And like I said, we had a few come on. We had a few proposals out there in the wilderness, or hopefully one comes back later this week. Well, we have one out there in the wilderness, a couple others that you just kind of you let them go and see if they come back, right? But uh, clients wise, we're knuckling down on clients, and we had a really good launch. When was it? Monday? So what's that? 4 or 5 days ago, whatever you count, 4.5 days. Had a really good launch. It's a smallish campaign, meta campaign, and yeah, the first lead that came in looked on paper super qualified, and it's a meta campaign which generally people have experience with and say like it's not meta's not good, right? But anything is not good if you don't have any filters or if you let everyone in kind of thing. This meta form we've set up is probably the hardest form I've made to submit, like to fill out uh, from a marketing perspective. Like we've got self-filling questions, so you have to like type in the answers. We've got text verification. We've got like a confirmation of like phone call. I don't think we have an optional like you can have a like what time do you want to be called back? We don't have that. But this form is like pretty hard to fill out. Like you can't mistakenly fill out this form. This isn't like one of those things that, oh, I don't remember filling this out. Like, no, you kind of have to remember. So really excited about that. The client has quite a few highly qualified leads in there. It looks like they're a marketing qualified lead. They have quite a high uh, the indicators. I don't want to give too much away, but the indicators um, that you would expect from this type of campaign or from the leads from this type of campaign are high. So I'll keep the kind of commercial secrets in-house at this stage. If you want to chat and potentially use our services for your own firm, I'm more than happy to kind of talk about specifics, not client specifics, but campaign and kind of setup specifics. So book a chat with us. But the leads are coming in that are quite qualified. I think yeah, yeah, without they had very good progress. Client had very good progress with a lead within 36 hours. So, uh, yeah, we're very happy with that. And so, looking forward to kind of doubling down with them, continuing to build out that campaign. They've got another campaign on Meta as well that's coming up soon, and that involves a bit more of a holistic approach as well, a bit of a lead magnet, website pages. It's a bit of an ongoing campaign on that front, so that'll be exciting to build out as well because it's not really where we want to be able to build with clients is a longer term infrastructure, like not just a Google Ads account and then you turn it off, like it's kind of gone, or a mid ad campaign, you have to keep paying Facebook or the value's gone. We want to be able to tie in website pages, website optimization, bit of SEO, like making sure you're ranking. If we can make a life insurance landing page, for example, or a refinance landing page, for example, a KiwiSaver page, for example, that we send traffic to from a campaign, that should also help the entire website as a whole. There's no point, like that's where I think our clients are going to get a lot more value out of us than other agencies, is that we understand what the whole business kind of needs. Like from a marketing perspective, we could give you the entire kind of playbook. Like here is what you need to do for newsletters, for your referrals, for your Google review or Facebook review or whatever review flows to get more of those. Here's your organic strategy. Here's your digital page strategy. Here's your organic, your SEO strategy. Here's your content strategy, your video strategy. We can do that whole holistic thing, but that's obviously going to be quite expensive for a lot of people. So if we can just tie in elements, what we want to have is like this core, people come to us for a core service, Google Ads, Facebook Ads, SEO, whatever it is, content, email. We want to be able to have those kind of tentacles go out. And it's not every month, it's not every week, it's not every day, but over time we can pull in, we can say, hey, we need to send these people to a landing page. Cool. On this landing page, we need X, Y, and Z, this type of layout. Great. Well, that layout is also going to work well on your homepage. So we'll just flick it there as well. Or we'll just tidy up your homepage a little bit. This thing's wrong, that thing's wrong, like tidy, be a partner, I guess. Be a partner. So that's our kind of goal. We've got our vision, mission, and purpose. I need to memorize them. I do know them. Obviously, I came up with them, but vision, mission, purpose, a goal. Next kind of goal, want to get them on the wall. Got a space up on the wall up here. We want to put them, frame them, print them out, frame them, which would be amazing. And then want to get our logo up on this wall over here in the office. That'd be awesome. There's the kind of orchard branching trees logo you see in the background. So yeah, there's quite a few things going on. We got clients, we got a proposal out there. If that comes back, that's a decent amount of work in the next little period. We've got our a wider content strategy, content marketing strategy. I'd love to be doing more, uh, not training videos, but I'd love to be able to put together supporting um, material for advisors that are going to go through on YouTube or on our website, where it's like, hey, you want to set up a Google Ads campaign, like instead of just like a three things tips stuff that I've kind of done, or um, or like a carousel post or whatever, which is great. Like those are consumable, but I would like to be able to send people to a more comprehensive place to kind of find all that info and set it up themselves, because that's part of um, our I guess vision, mission, and purpose. Uh, is that even if people we're not going to be able to work with everyone. Not every financial advisor is going to like the way I talk, the way I am, um, our our ideals or our approach to marketing. So they may go and set up their own Facebook campaign, Meta Ads campaign. They may go set up their own landing pages or Google Ads campaigns. And if we can be able to at least support, at least be like, hey, you can find that's all good, don't work with us. You can work with other people, but here are some supporting uh, pieces of content, a blog, a video. Just think about these things. Oh, I'm making a new website. I've had that. I messaged someone this week and they were saying they got a new website coming up. It's like, cool, okay. Make sure you do these things. If you change your website over, but you don't map the old pages to the new ones. So if you don't technically point or redirect the old pages, maybe the old page, the old about us page is about dash us, and the new one is just about. If you don't do that, that's a broken link. That's a broken page on Google. This new page is brand new. It's not actually carrying the juice or carrying the kind of presence that it had in the past. So it's like, I don't know, going to a brand new high school and you have no friends. Instead of being like, oh, actually, I know everyone. Like your reputation goes with you, kind of thing. It doesn't. You're starting brand new. So being able to have that kind of documentation and be able to point people to very valuable things. Like right now, it's in our heads. It's in my head. It's in Nicole's head. And just getting that out more and more. But again, that goes back to timing. That goes back to how do we do it, who does it, and when do we do it? Because our number one focus really is finding more advisors to help and making sure we help them. And so it's just that ongoing balance that's always going to be around. So yeah, that's the update for today. We got 11th of September. So we're going to post this tomorrow on Friday, get it edited later today, and then kick on in the weekend, get a bit more work done, chip away at the to-do list. Thank you for watching. Whether it's in the future or if you're following along on our journey, it'll be awesome. Awesome to have you here, kind of checking out our progress as we go. If you're a financial advisor or you work in a financial firm, you're an owner or director, would love to be able to work with you or at least have a chat to see if we can help. We're really looking to work with people wanting to grow, or if you are currently investing in digital marketing and you're not getting the best results, we're happy to have a chat, audit accounts, take a look at what the strategy is, and be able to help you in that short term if you're still under contract, or potentially work together if you're coming off contract or in a month to month or anything like that. We can look over any reports you're getting sent. A lot of people just get emailed once a month, usually around like the 6th or 7th of the month. A PDF report like, hey, this is what's happened. This is how much you've paid and how many clicks you have. We know that doesn't work. That's not what you're after. You're after leads. So if you're experiencing anything like that, or if you want to have a chat, then there'll be a link in the description below on the YouTube video, or reach out to me on LinkedIn or go to ultrafinancialmarketing.com. You can book a call with us there as well. So yeah, thanks for following along, and I hope you have a good rest of your week, or whatever time of the week you're listening to this, if it's a weekend. But yeah, have a good one, and I'll talk to you guys later.